Miss Austin, my question and the community's question is, what is your plan for the facility? And how can we help you fulfill that plan? It's been vacant for the last 10 years. All we want to do is help. Just let us know what your plan is. Hello again, folks. It's me back here in Carver. I'm here today because I'd like to bring some clarity to a situation here in the city. As you know, we did a video asking for support of the community so that we could get together and try to restore and renovate this facility. I need to say this. I am not, have never been affiliated or associated with Ron Lytle in this endeavor or any other endeavor. That's the first thing. The second thing, I was told that the video has upset Miss Austin because I implied in the video that she and the city had stole money. Anyone who watches the video knows that isn't true. But I'm gonna tell you what I know to be true. I've always said that Miss Austin didn't take any money. If you check the minutes of the second meeting, council meeting in December, you'll see if you check the minutes that the first thing I said when I spoke was that there's been a rumor in the city for quite some time stating that Miss Austin stole money, and that rumor has created a division within the city. Check the minutes. Secondly, I met with Miss Austin, her daughter, and Pat Lee in Constitution Park face to face. I told her then that I knew she had not taken the money. Thirdly, I have told multiple people that Miss Austin had nothing to do with the disappearance of the money. This document is a document from the Department of Commerce. It states that the grantee for the loan of, well, it wasn't actually a loan, it was a grant of $900,000. It states that the grantee was the city of Cumberland, Maryland, not Miss Austin. This document is a document for the Community Legacy Program, which Carver also receives some funds from that program. And it also states that the grantee is the city of Cumberland, not Miss Austin. This is a document that was put out by this administration. Let me read to you what it states in their document. Sorry about the fumbling. This says, the Carver Community Center Incorporated Board worked with the mayor and city council and the city of Cumberland staff to develop a strategy to seek funding and to develop a phased approach to the rehabilitation of the building. A phased approach means we start here and by phases we continue until it's completely renovated. That's what this says. It says that the city staff developed the bid package for the architectural and engineering work required to rehabilitate the structure. It says that the city staff provided all project and grant management. It says that the city staff directly managed all contracts, processed all invoices, payments, and managed all funding agreements throughout this project. So once again, I'm stating Miss Austin had nothing to do with the disappearance of any money, if there was a disappearance of any money at all. So now let's talk about what didn't happen. She neglected her fiduciary responsibilities. The definition of a fiduciary is a person to whom property or power is entrusted for the benefit of another. The property was this facility in lots 14 through 22. The another was the community. Now, how did she not fulfill responsibilities, her fiduciary responsibilities? Number one, by refusing to engage in any discourse with the community for the purpose of restoring the facility. Multiple requests have been made to Ms. Austin from community members for the ability to be able to gain access to the building and to assess the damage and to come into a collaboration with her so that we could start renovating and rehabbing the building. All those requests were ignored. She did allow city officials to enter the building last week, but with the stipulation that no community member could go into the facility. Why was that stipulation made? What authority does she have to make that stipulation? Why did the city officials acquiesce to her making that stipulation? These are questions that I think the community needs to answer. And you can ask these questions at the city council meeting on the 3rd of next month and on the 17th of next month. She also failed to apply for the historic landmark. We have a preservation commission in Cumberland. That was something, it's locally, but it's not national. This building is over 100 years old. It should be on the National Register. She failed to do that. So now we talked about the things that she failed to do. Now let's move a little further. I'd like to read something that tells you what the city was supposed to do. This, as you see, is the project manual for the Carver Community Center, the EDA project, April 18, 2003. A document from that says, the city understands that the project must result in a functional building that will meet the criteria for use as applied for in the initial EDA application. The City and Carver Community Center Incorporated's goal is to provide a functional portion of the building for the business incubator at Carver Community Center and to stabilize the remaining portion of the building for future phases of construction as funding is received. So this says that the city was supposed to help the Carver Community Center and Ms. Austin to keep this process moving. Now let's see what they could have done and let's see what they did. They have a neighborhood advisory commission in Cumberland. The neighborhood advisory commission, some of the things it's supposed to do is foster the development of neighborhood action plans, identify improvements in infrastructure, municipal services, and code enforcement that might enhance neighborhood revitalization, identify sources of public and private funds for the neighborhood revitalization activities. This building didn't deserve some attention for revitalization in their process. It also was supposed to help organizations like the Carver Community Center in the direction of seeking financial assistance for rehabilitation projects. They also have a historical trust preservation loan program in Cumberland. How many times was Carver Community Center involved in that process in order to keep the building moving and the renovations continuing and the building operating? Last but not least, Cumberland receives $1 million a year in a community block grant. This building is set vacant for the last 10 years, so that's $10 million. Part of that block grant is supposed to be used for the revitalization of facilities just like this. So how much of that $10 million came to Carver Community Center? So in essence, it looks like although Ms. Austin failed to do some things that she was supposed to do, the city has also failed to assist Ms. Austin, and the city failed to respond to the needs of Carver Community Center, and they failed to do what they had signed a contract to do, which was to assist them and to help them to acquire funds and to continue to, by phases, rehabilitate this building. So now here's where we are. For the last 10 or 12 years, the city has been totally split primarily over this building. What I'm asking is for we can all come to the table, put our differences aside, put our emotions aside, come together for the whole, do what's best for everyone, sit down, come together, and do what we need to do to save Carver. If you want to help with this effort, the city council meetings are the 3rd and the 17th of next month. Or you can write to the mayor and ask those questions about this facility. But you need to let your voices be heard. And I'm hoping that Ms. Austin will see this video. She'll see that I'm trying to reach out to her. There's no animosity here, no attempt to embarrass. All I want to do is save the building, and together we can save the building. And we need to come together. Thank you.